Alright, so I bought this toolbar, real cheap. And I wanted to put the Greenstar on there to match our tractor. There's all kinds of videos out there how to set up your screen, but not a lot on how to wire this yourself if you're going to do it. And it was not a lot of information out there. Even the instruction manual doesn't really explain it very well. So I'm just going to do a quick run through. I'm not going to explain everything, but just the basics of it. First, you order your Greenstar computer, and you get 4 harnesses, depending on how you order it. Because every harness and wire you get, you order specifically for what you're doing. So you get the main wires that comes out of it to your 37 pin, which there's 37 pins on the first connector that comes out of it. And they're numbered on the inside of it. And when you go to your manual, it tells you what every pin is for. You know, 12 volt positive, negative, yada yada. So then when mine was going to a Raven system, so when you go from the 37 pin to a 16 pin, then to a Raven harness. So each harness is different, and you have to order it with the kit. The Raven one came with these conical, I think they're said, and there's 3 harnesses that come off of it. The on-off switch, which I do not use, the master on-off. The other one is the, I believe it's called the rate switch, and that's the one I use. Since I'm only using one harness, that's the only one I use, and it controls the rate and it turns it on and off. It came to a 4-pin connector, and my kit didn't come with it because when I was talking to the dealer, they didn't know what I needed, so I just made my own. I ordered a connector online, soldered it on, wired it in. Then the other one goes to your rate controller, and that was just plug and play on that one because it was already had the connector on there. Figuring out how to wire it was the hardest part, so I just used a ohm meter to figure out which one to follow it back to the 37 pin, because everything is based off the 37 pin. The 16 pin that's in the middle there, it has numbers on it too, but they do not correlate to your manual, just the 37 pin. So my control panel, I figured out like 1 was valve ground, I think it was 36 was the valve power, then the rate controller was on 15 and 23, which kind of do us her thing, because it says 15 was driver, 16 and 23 was future use, but they actually do the increase and decrease in the rates. So it's just a matter of following your harness back and figuring out what you need on that 37 pin. And then to wire it into the tractor was another harness that you hook directly into your ISO. The tractor side was already hooked up for ISO, so I have no idea on how to wire that in. And it had this one here, which that's the foot pedal one right there. That just lays inside the cab. There's a power wire in there that you do not have to hook up, that goes to this on that same harness, unless you are running system guidance on your toolbar, which we don't. We're just using the regular GPS off the tractor. For anhydrous, you will have to run a height switch, which is, when I got the harness, this was plugged into the main harness coming out of the computer. I couldn't figure out where it went. Then when I got the height switch, it was kind of the only thing that plugged into it, so I unplugged this and plugged the height switch in. If you run anhydrous, you have to run a height switch. It won't run without it.